What's up, people? I'm going to attempt to make the quote-unquote long version. So anyway, for those of you who haven't watched the short version, this is my brand new Mac Tools Macsimizer toolbox, 1901A, white with black trim, stainless steel top. I don't know if I said it or not, but with that stainless steel top, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks, I should say. I want to do it black. I was either thinking of like rhino lining it. Well, actually Line X, not rhino line. But anyway, powder coating black would be cool. No places around here have an oven large enough. I would actually have to like travel like 4 hours or ship it. So I was thinking maybe I'll just paint it with an automotive finish black. Wet sand, polish it, put a ton of clear coat on it. That way if it does get scratched, it could buff out. I don't know. I know you're probably thinking like I sound fucking crazy, but I mean, I just want it to look the way I want it to look. I mean, if I didn't care, then I wouldn't have bought this box. So anyway, we're gonna do the long tour of it. It's a little bit different than in the short video. I've added a few more things, rearranged some stuff, freed up some space in other drawers. But this is still like a constant organization process. It's still not the way I want it. So we'll get into that. I think before we do that though, there's my old Harbor Freight red cart. I actually think I'm going to get rid of it. I think I'm going to sell it and buy the black one, the 4-drawer black one. I know you're thinking like, why the fuck would you do that? I think it would match my box better. Plus, I could paint it white. Now, I know you're thinking like, we'll just paint that one white. I think it's just too much work to be involved with pulling the drawers. I mean, yeah, I'll pull the drawers, but I mean like drilling out the rivets, the slides, and doing all that. It's the crinkle rough finish, so, you know, that textured finish is one of the older ones. You know, the newer black ones, I think I can just kind of mask off the inside of the drawers, shoot it white with black trim on the handles. When you open the drawers, it's black. It wouldn't look so bad. It would just be easier. And I mean, honestly, I don't use the cart that much now that I have a work surface. So I think I might actually sell it. You know, probably get like $100 or something for it, and just buy the black one for $100. Maybe I'll turn it into like a diagnostic cart. Or I'll just throw all my, you know, non-OCD crap in there. You know, my cart's kind of like my junk box. Like anything that I think is aesthetically displeasing pretty much goes in it. I don't know if we've talked about this or not, but I mean, I am clinically OCD, along with ADHD. I just found out a couple months ago. I'm sure you guys are probably, whoever's ever like watched my old videos and stuff, probably know like, dude, yeah, you're totally ADHD and probably OCD too. But yeah, it turns out I have clinical OCD. It's nothing crazy. You know, I don't have like rituals or anything like that. I just have distractions. You know, things have to be in their place. Anyway, this little Stanley box here with the Mac Tools stickers on it actually belongs to my son. I'm actually more proud of this box than I am of this box. You know, my son asked me back at the beginning of the year, he said he wanted a toolbox for his birthday. I mean, what father wouldn't be happy to hear that? So anyway, he picked this one out. It's a Stanley. It was like $100. So anyway, and then I got him some tools, and I got him one of those Stanley kits. I'm not sure how many pieces it is, but yeah, it's one of those Stanley kits. That's pretty decent. So anyway, my Mac Tool guy saw it, and of course he hooked him up with some stickers and stuff like that. So here's his little box, Mac Tool sticker inside. I think this is the coolest little box. So anyway, here's his little Stanley sockets. Got him a Harbor Freight Roto. That's a Stanley ratchet. Those are Harbor Freight ratchets. It's a Stanley 1/4 inch in the back. We got some Lego guys, some cars, thumb wheel, safety glasses. I think it's pretty cool. You still got a little filling up to do in it. Stanley wrenches. I gave him my Harbor Freight adjustable. Those were in a little portable toolbox he got from his aunt, like last Christmas or something. I think they got it at Lowe's or something. Had like a Lowe's hammer. I don't know. Let's see. Nothing. That's a gear wrench ratcheting stubby screwdriver with extensions and flexible extensions. I really don't use it that much. So actually, you know, he kind of likes it, so I gave it to him. He said I'm more than welcome to use it if I need it. So he's just kind of taking some of the leftover stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Some Harbor Freight hammers, some work gloves. They actually don't make work gloves in his size. So, I mean, he's a kid. So these are like Mongoose bicycle gloves, like riding gloves or BMX gloves. They work just as well, I think. You know, pretty much as close as you can get to mechanics gloves. Stanley screwdriver set. Those were purchased separately, and then these came with the Stanley kit. That little ratcheting screwdriver, again, I think came from that Lowe's toolbox he got like a couple Christmases ago. Tape measure, some more wrenches. He loves the 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 digital thermometer with laser. He likes the laser. Harbor Freight 1/2-inch drive, compact impact. I've got to get him some impact sockets. He'll probably take mine if I decide to upgrade. Mac Tools flashlight. Mac guy hooked him up with it. Harbor Freight flashlight. And this is like the chaos drawer. You know, this is his. My son has ADHD also. That's why I got diagnosed, is because he was diagnosed first with it. And like OCD. He's not quite as bad as I am, but like when he's building his Legos and stuff, it's really bad. Like he has to, you know, it's got to be a certain way, or, you know. And I understand where he's coming from. I was the same way. I still am. But anyway, there's another little toolbox that he got as a gift. This was given to him by the Mac guy a while ago. It's one of those busted knuckle garage ones. So, little toy helicopter remotes in there, just stuff like that. So anyway, I love it. I love when he comes out and helps me. He doesn't do much. I mean, he's a kid, so. But I mean, what he does do, or what he can do, it's fun. You know, I let him take headlights and stuff out, or just anything, whatever he wants. You know, so it's great. Anyway, there's his box. You know, if he ever really started working on stuff and wanted a bigger box, I would certainly get one for him. But I don't want this to be his profession, so hopefully he will not follow in the footsteps and make it more like a hobby than a career. But anyway, so wow, 8 minutes in and we didn't even open a drawer yet. That's me. So anyway, let's get to it. So here's the top drawer. It's probably a little bit different than if you remember in the other video. So I guess we'll just start with the back. That is a Mac Tools pry bar. I don't know the length, 42, 44 inches probably, something like that. This drawer is approximately 59 inches wide, 59, 60, I believe it's 59, but whatever. So there's a Mac Tools pry bar. Those sockets in the back are actually Harbor Freight. Very cheap. I haven't used very many of them. I used a couple. Let's see. I don't know. I used one of those back there to pull the flywheels off of RX-8s off the rotary engines. They use a giant nut to hold them on. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting a little combobulated here. Anyway, these are Craftsman 1/2-inch drive chrome sockets. Metrics on this side, standard over here. I really don't like them. They're Craftsman USA. Again, if anybody's watched the older stuff, you know, we had the whole Harbor Freight set of chrome. And I upgraded to the Craftsman, I don't know, every fucking chrome socket set from 1/4 inch to 1/2-inch drive. I don't know how many pieces it was. You know, not really impressed with the finish or the fit on them, to be honest with you. I mean, look, these are pretty much unused. I've used a few, like the 5/8, you know, stuff like that. But I mean, that's unused. There's no chrome in there. You know, it looks like shit. I mean, they came with like rust in them. You know, the 3/8 stuff and the 1/4" drive, the stuff I use more often. The chrome was like fading on it like pretty quickly and like scratching off, and had an issue with a 7mm socket not fitting. And I have the gear wrench pass-through set that's got some 1/4" filler sockets in it, and I put the 7mm from that on it, and you know, it's just a tighter fit. The gear wrench stuff actually seems so much better and just looks better. So I actually purchased, these are gear wrench, 3/8, 6-point and 12-point, same thing in the 1/4", 6-point and 12-point, and the standard. They come together. They come with some extensions. These ratchets are the 120 tooth, so they're pretty nice. They're I like them. I actually, you know, use them. That's why they're in the top drawer. I actually use them along with these Mac 100 tooths. And I know you're thinking, like, dude, like, seriously, John, shut the fuck up. You do not use these tools. I fucking use them. Especially this guy right here. This guy gets used every day. And I know you're looking at it like, yeah, there hasn't even been a socket on that thing. I don't know, man. I swear. I clean my tools when I'm done. For the most part, I use a combination of, like, it's not Simple Green, but it's like Simple Green. It's like Zepp's All Purpose. Looks like Simple Green, probably the same stuff. Which I do not use on these ratchets because it will take the Mac black emblems off. Ask me how I know. Because it did. And my Mac guy actually warrantied them out. You know, he thinks I'm nuts in a playful way. But, you know, he's like, he assured me that they wouldn't come off. They did. And he just gave me another set, and so there you go. So I was like, fucking cool. But anyway, I clean them with Turtle Wax F21 like super protectant. It's like their version of Armor All. So I clean the handles with them with just the Armor All. It doesn't take the black off. You know, cleans everything nice. They look brand new. So these are gear wrench swivels. That's a gear wrench stubby. That's a gear wrench pass through. That's Mac. This is a Mac breaker bar. These locking extensions are actually Harbor Freight. Yeah, I know we're kind of bouncing around here. That is a Harbor Freight Frankenstein ratchet. You take the 18-inch breaker bar and put on the flex head from Harbor Freight. This is probably my third or fourth one. I break them. The heads really can't handle the leverage on something stubborn, but I generally don't put that much force on it. But whatever this 1/2-inch guy can't fit in there, this thing gets busted out for the most part. These are new. These are my Mac 3/8 drive extensions with locking handles / nut drivers. I've been waiting like 5 months for these to come in. I waited longer for these than they did for my box. I ordered my box after I ordered these, and the box came in before that. These are Mac 1/4-inch drive extensions, locking extensions. World of difference between the Harbor Freight ones. They're actually so much nicer. The knurling on them, they just feel better. You know, $226, I believe, for the set, but you got a free 1/4-inch drive compact air ratchet, so whatever. But they're definitely nice and worth it. So those are Mac. They like complete my Irwin set for the stripped out bolts. You can use those on an impact. Actually, you purchase them and you got the breaker bar for free. That breaker bar. So I was able to fit the gear wrench pass through stuff in here. That's the 1/4-inch. The ratchet for it's behind it. There's the 3/8 one, and the sockets are right here and right here, and with my 1/4-inch. These shallows or intermediates are actually Stanley. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drill, because it drives me nuts. They kind of move around a little bit when I open the drawer. It's not like my old box where it was just a stationary top. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill holes into the bottom, and I'm going to cut off, if you can see this. Let me just pull these out. I'm going to cut off these pegs, and they kind of hold on pretty well just on the pegs. And maybe I'll do something like that so that they're not constantly sliding around. So, but yeah, somehow I managed to fit all that in there. You know, if you look at the short video, these extensions were not in there, nor were the gear wrench pass-through. And everything's in here. I didn't take really anything out, but a few of the 3/4 inch extensions. There's just 2 of them. And those grip tight sockets for strip bolts, I put them with the Irwins in the Irwin drawer, and I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, yeah, this is taking really long. Shit, we got 1 drawer down, like what, 19 to go or something. Anyway, these are all Mac Tools branded sockets. These are my triple squares, the long and stubby triple squares. These are Torx and Torx Plus. These are made by Vim, VIM tools for Mac Tools. They are made in Taiwan, for those of you that question or care about that. But I like them. I really like them. They're made out of the S2 steel, or whatever it is. They're designed to twist instead of break. So I don't know if you've ever had like a stubby, or not a stubby, like a stubborn GM seatbelt bolt, and you break the head of it off in there, and it kind of just gets fucking stuck in there, and it's a pain in the ass getting them out. These really don't do that. They twist. So, and they will damage themselves before they damage the bolt. So, I really like them. Here's the long version. Here is the stubby version. These are eTorx spark plug socket set with Mac USA made ratchet. The sockets are not USA, I don't think. I doubt it. These are to plug the spark plug holes. Mac guy gave them to me. And he gave me this also. This is like for installing the plugs. I still find myself grabbing a rubber hose over this. I mean, this doesn't really work. They should make a longer version for the deep wells. I mean, it's not really going to work for stuff like that. I mean, it works for, you know, your normal engines or V8s or something where it's there. But even then, I still just find myself grabbing a rubber hose. But I've used it a couple times. It's okay. It's free. So, I mean, even if it, like, I don't know, what does he charge for them on the truck? I think they're like $1. Anyway, these are gear wrench roto ratchets. I'm not sure a tooth count on them. They're decent. They're not snap-on. They're, you know, they look like it, but they're not. I use them on occasion. If I'm doing a bigger job and I've got like all the ratchets loaded up with sockets and I need a couple more, I'll use them. These are Harbor Freight like indexing sockets. Sorry, not sockets, ratchets. This is a Proto. These two are Protos. That's a 3/8 indexing ratchet and just a 1/4 inch ratchet. For those of you who don't know, Proto is owned by Stanley/Mac Tools. These are basically your classic Mac ratchets. The only difference is they say Proto on them. Everything else is identical. I believe they're like, you know, the 30-tooth ratchets. They're pretty strong. So these are all Harbor Freight. The Harbor Freight composites, the older composites, they don't have that like fucking retarded ass like big handle like the newer ones. So, and I'm sorry for using the word retarded. I don't mean to offend anybody. I don't mean any disrespect. So anyway, I apologize. Let's see. Wrench drawer. These are gear wrench wrenches, metric and standard. There they are, and then over here is the rest of them. These are Mac Tools Precision Torque wrenches. These things are, I love these things. These things are fucking awesome. These are my favorite wrenches, both functionally and aesthetically. I mean, that is just a beautiful wrench right there, that I-beam design, but feels great in the hand. Has flank drive. Flank drive on these things are actually excellent. They really like do not want to let go. I've actually used the 13mm on my Harbor Freight cart, and we picked the cart up off the ground with the wrench. Not the entire cart, just like 2 wheels, but still, it was loaded. So it took 2 of us to actually pick it up. So anyway, Easy Red long ratcheting wrenches, the universal, These are fucking amazing. Absolute must-have. I wish I would have gotten these like a long time ago. They're great. These are Harbor Freight. These are still Harbor Freight stubbies, Harbor Freight ratcheting. I might upgrade the ratcheting to gear wrench. I don't know about the stubbies. I mean, I can't see how they're going to break. They do seem a little bulky in some spots, so we'll see. But you know, as far as regular chrome stubby wrenches, I don't know. I don't really see a reason to upgrade. AN wrenches. This is all standard over here. There's a little silly band my kid got me. I always keep that with me. So yeah, here's the wrenches. Screwdriver drawer is a little bit different. Rearrange that. That's that little precision kit. It was in the gear wrench pass-through. It was like filler stuff. But it's the compact, smaller sizes. So I decided to hang on to that. Here's the Mac Tools pry bars. I use them. In fact, I just used one yesterday on a Land Rover. I know it doesn't look like it, but yeah, I don't know, man. I swear I fucking use them. I know you think I'm a liar, and some of you will always think that, and that's cool. Whatever. I mean, I don't really give a shit, but I'm telling you, I use these tools, and I clean these just like I clean my Mac ratchets. So, just got these in. They were on sale for like $25, so I figured, fuck it. Haven't used those yet, so anyway, Mac Tools impact driver. You know, I don't think I have to bust it out. Actually, you know what? We will bust it out just to prove that we use them. Okay, right here. See that? Look. Can we see it? Yeah, that is used. See, I actually hit it with a fucking hammer, and I hit it with my Mac hammers too, which we'll get into them. So, yep. See. Alright. Let's see. What are we rolling on? 22 minutes. Damn. Mac hammers, anti-vibes, Harbor Freight, power steering pulley remover tool, some pickle forts for the pneumatic air hammer. This is actually a cam tool for Volkswagens for the V8s. I actually need to get some for the other ones. I've done some of the V6 ones, and you can do them without the tool. You just mark the gears to the back cover. But it's nicer to have the tool, and it's cheap as hell. They're like $40. I get them from some website. I can't remember the name of it right now, but they deal in like basically all like European shit. Like they have all the BMW specialty tools, Mercedes, Volkswagen, stuff like that. And again, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the company. If somebody's that interested, let me know, and I'll try and post a link up later. This is a 3/4 inch drive Harbor Freight torque wrench. Used this only a couple times. Used it to actually torque the flywheel on the RX-8 that we were talking about before. It's like 300 foot-pounds. So at the time, that's what we used. This is Snap-on. Can't even get this damn thing out. Come on. Hold on. Sorry. You know what? We'll take them all out. Just give me a second here. I know I'm not looking through the camera, I'm sorry. Mac Tools universal pulley holder. This thing's fucking badass. It's pretty fucking stout for what it is. I'm surprised it hasn't broken on a couple things that I've used it on. You know, not necessarily this. This is pretty beefy, but I'm talking about the ends here. You know, it's pretty good. Very happy with it. Not very expensive either. Again, it's not made in the USA, right? Yeah, let me see, Taiwan. So, but very impressed with it. Very, very happy. These are more Volkswagen tools. Those are to lock the crank. These are just some pulley holders. They're Harbor Freight. There's an extra long Mac pneumatic chisel down there. This is a Mac Tools serpentine belt holder. That is a straight edge. They use on like cylinder heads and blocks. Some feeler gauges. Anyway, let's get into this real quick. And I know you guys who know me know what these already are, but you know, I don't buy very much Snap-on. It's not that I have anything against Snap-on. I'm partial to Mac Tools. You know, I've said before I had a double bank Maximizer a long time ago. It was black, and you know, I've always wanted one again. Got out of the business, got back in it. You know, we did the Harbor Freight stuff. For those of you who don't know, basically I purchased everything in a Harbor Freight store so to start a business, and it's grown, and now we've upgraded. But anyway, these are the snap-on tech angles, and in my opinion, these are the absolute best torque wrenches on the market, and that's why I purchased them. Not only are they accurate, but they use the snap-on heads versus like the Mac ones, which I believe are just a branded like KD/gear wrench version or something like that. But the heads on them are like clunky, like they're just not smooth like the snap-on one is. And you know, as far as accuracy, they all seem on point. In fact, they even seem on point with a Harbor Freight digital torque wrench, which I believe you can't even get anymore. I still have it, I just don't have it in this box, the Harbor Freight one. But anyway, these do angle also. So if you've ever done, you know, a lot of stuff is 90 degrees, and you can get away with that without one of these. But some things are, you know, like 33 degrees. Like the GM 3.1, when you're doing the intake manifold, the rocker arm nuts, I believe they revised it to, what was it, like 18 foot-pounds and then 33 degrees or something like that. Anyway, a lot of the European stuff uses funky degrees like 42, and you know, these things come in real handy for that. So anyway, I purchased the 1/2 inch. I loved it. You know what? I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked. I forgot. My Mac guy let me borrow theirs for a week. Their version of their digital torque wrench with angle. He let me borrow it for a week. Snap-on guy saw it and said, "Well, here, borrow ours." He dropped it off for a week. You know, I picked the Snap-on one. You know, sorry, Mac Tools. You know, maybe put a better head on them or something. I don't know. You know, maybe not have like goofy pink buttons and yellow, but that kind of was annoying too. But you know, like I said, I don't buy much Snap-on, but what I do, you know, it's generally because it's the absolute best, and because it has to be. So, you know, I don't know if people think like I'm a Snap-on hater. I am not. So it's just, you know, I prefer Mac Tools for a lot of things, whether it be functionality or just aesthetics, you know, just the way they look. I think the Mac 100-tooth ratchets are beautiful. Show me a better ratchet. So, better looking ratchet. This is the 3/8 version of the Snap-on Tech Angle. I use that a lot for intake manifolds and stuff like that. And there's been a few instances where the torque values on it weren't low enough, so I actually purchased the 1/4 inch version. I don't really know if there's a need to have the angle in the 1/4 inch version. You could get the tech wrench with the red handle, but I believe it was only like a $50 difference. At least through my Snap-on guy, it was like a $50 difference. So I figured, what the fuck, I'll just get the matching set. Maybe one day I'll need angle, and I'll regret not having it or something. I don't know. So that's that. So that's it of Snap-on. That is a Snap-on welding mask. Made in China, just to throw that out there. And it came with the, I'm sorry, I'm not looking through here. It came with the clear lens for grinding and stuff like that. And I do a little bit of welding, flux core. I'd like to get a MIG welder. I'd really like to learn how to TIG, but anyway, this is the auto darkening. Pick that up as well. So only used it I think like 3 times. Other than goofing around, and when other people were here, they love to fucking play with the mask. It gets used a lot for goofing around, but other than that, you know. Anyway, let's see, where are we at? Okay, we shut this. This is my drilling, grinding, cutting drawer. These are Mac stubby drill bits. They came with the Mac angle drill. These are Mac drills. I put the Jacobs keyless chucks on them. Mac also makes like a better looking drill. I know you're like, dude, you're so fucking retarded. Maybe we shouldn't use that word. Anyway, I know you guys are thinking like, dude, you're so fucking nuts, and you know, oh, good looking tools, good looking tools. But yeah, anyway, Mac has some really nice drills. They look great. They got the rubber handles on them and stuff like that, and that like satin finished aluminum. But they're really slow RPM, and I know they need to be. But I generally use my drills for hole saws. And I need a little bit faster speed, so I actually sent those one back and got these. And I put the keyless chucks on them because I hate keyed chucks. They're just slow and annoying. Anyway, Mac cutoff tool, Mac grinder, extended reach Mac grinder. These are hole saws. These are Harbor Freight. They actually work great. Mac tools. These are carbide bits. Actually, the stubby and the extra longs, I put them all in one pouch just to save space. So these are the stubbies, and then these are the, oh, that's a stubby. Where are we at? Yeah, the extra long shanks. So Makita, I actually purchased these. These are like a year old, over a year old. The 12 volts. I know you're thinking like, dude, you do not fucking use these. Swear I do. Clean them with the Zep, and then they get the not Armor All, but the Turtle Wax finish on them. I use them like almost every day. Not really the drills as I do the impacts, but use them almost every day. So anyway, these were purchased Christmas time. These were before that, so I mean, they're used, and yeah, they're like literally flawless. I don't think we're gonna find any dirt on them. I scrub them. Wait, there's a little, maybe, but I assure you, I use these every day. Every day. Air nibbler. Those are just some bits. A lot of security bits, tamper-proof stuff. I needed like some tamper-proof. It was a weird Torx. It was like an 8-point Torx, tamper-proof or something. I don't know. So I got that kit. Makita grinder. It's got a cord. It's a paddle switch grinder. I like it. Anyway, let's see. Makita Sawzall. This thing is fucking badass. It really is. I don't know if it's the Sawzall itself or the Diablo blade that I use, or the combination. They're awesome. This thing's got so much power for not having a cord. I really love to switch to the cordless stuff. I think I'm going to get the Makita cordless grinder next. It's just nice not having to plug stuff in. But this uses the regular batteries. The compact batteries that are on this will not fit on this. They won't even go on. But this will fit on these, and you can use the regular batteries on the drills and impacts. So, alright, here's my electrical drawer. I actually crammed a bunch of stuff in here to save room in other drawers. So I don't really want to go through everything in here. This is a Power Probe 3 master set. We've all seen that. These are new. These are Mac Tools. It's a radio key set. We'll pop it open real quick. These are for I believe everything on the market, aftermarket and factory radio keys. Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, all the aftermarket stuff like Clarion, Sony. So need them for a Volkswagen and a Land Rover. Didn't really feel like doing the whole hacksaw blade thing.